Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 16th to the 31st, 2021 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Scorpio, October 16th to the 31st, 2021 Scorpio, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our root itself. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. If we have Capricorn within our natal chart, that's coming through very powerfully at our root. Then we have the Moon, which is Pisces energy. And if we have Pisces within our natal chart, that's again coming through very powerfully, at our root. There is a sense here of our fears and our addictions coming forward during this time. So we might need to be just a little bit mindful of that, but also negative coping mechanisms that we have. They're going to be coming forward. We're going to be thinking, okay, I can handle this. I can manipulate this. We're not going to really think manipulate, but we're going to think I can handle this. I can make this go the way that I want to by falling on these old habits, these old, coping mechanisms that we have that aren't necessarily going to be the best for us. And there is this sense here of we can easily let fear overpower us. We can look at the darkness and see the monsters and see, everything that's perceived to be there, and yet we don't know is there. Spirit is saying, what's the harm in stepping forward? What's the harm in claiming our power and saying that there's more to me than meets the eye? It moves us to our inner self. Yeah, we have that path moving us. And the mushrooms, which is beautiful, the 10 of Earth. 10 of Earth is 10 of Pentacles, which is prosperity and success and bounty. But if we know anything about mushrooms, they're micro, sphere of being. They have this they're this organism within a forest that works with the forest in such a beautiful way. And there's almost a sense of this micro path being opened up to us, this way of looking at what we desire and what we want and what we need and who we are. And it brings us then to the Wisdom Keeper, which is the Tower in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's like, I've had to have everything fall apart. I've had to walk a path I didn't know I would walk, and I doubted I could walk, in order to have this wisdom, to have this power that I have now. And there's a beauty to that. There's a perseverance to that. And there's a gift that's being handed to us in emotionally, yes, but in the world, that's not going to feel like a gift. It's going to feel like, my gosh, this is just more work, isn't it? This is just one more thing that I have to take care of. And yet it's going to wind up being one of the best things for us. We have the Strength card, which is Leo energy, coming forward here. And if we have Leo within our natal chart, that comes forward in our emotional self. But there's a sense of strength guiding us, and that which was supposed to defeat us actually winds up being the thing that spurs us on. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So again, if we have Gemini within our natal chart, that comes through here. But there is this sense of, I need to connect with what I love. I need to connect with what I desire within my heart. Not what I should love, not what people want me to love, not what, the world says I should be. But this is me, and the Knight of Swords defends that. The Knight of Swords is, again, that air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we're born on the cusp with Libra, that comes through right here. But there's a sense of, I am that warrior. I am that warrior. I am that dragon slayer. I am that person who moves me forward and who achieves what I desire. There's a fierceness to us that might actually take us by surprise here, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Well, this one right here. People aren't going to be as forthright with us. So this is the energy we have to be mindful of. And that's the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it's also the way that we're moving forward on this earth, the way that we're moving forward towards what we want. Other people have other plans for us than we have for ourselves. This is going to be a time where we have to look over those contracts. We have to look over certain things that are being said, or we're going to perceive that somebody's saying, or somebody's going to do one thing or another, and they're going to be like, I never said that. I never had any intention to. We have to be mindful of this during this time, because people are going to hide what they're saying behind their own self-interest. Our chakra energy for this time, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is universal light. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is letting us shine forward with radiance, with beauty, and with prosperity. This is letting us be more than we thought we could be and move towards what we truly intend. Now, with the devil coming in, there's a connection to the chaos on this earth, but there's also a connection to a lack, to a doubt, to a fear, to a I can't. And what Spirit is saying here, it's going to be testing us to say, well, are you going to say I can't, or are you going to say I can? Are you going to go for it, or are you going to let yourself be held back? There's this real power in the chaos of change, in the power of beauty, of nothing quite staying the same. And Spirit is saying there's determination in that. There's, purpose in that. Embrace it. Because the moon has a lot of fear coming forward. But if we can look at that fear dead in the eye, if we cannot be swayed by the shadows or what we think we see or what we think we should be seeing, and say, no, but this is what truly is, like, this is where I stand right now, we start to see beauty. We start to see mysteries revealed. We start to not fall prey to the fear that is all around us. And it leads us on this path that's saying, follow the prosperity. And I know when Spirit says that, it's like, well, of course I'd follow the prosperity. Of course I'd follow the money. That's just the simplest thing to say. But Spirit is saying that sometimes the money and the prosperity are going to be a little bit different. And there are going to be certain things that present themselves to us that seem like no-brainers to certain people. But we're going to think, oh no, like that's too good to be true, or that comes with an undercurrent, or, other responsibilities that I just don't want, I can't stand right now. And this is a way that prosperity intertwines with our lives, where we start to see wealth, where we start to see ourselves moving forward, where we start to see bounty guiding us, where we start to see more coming. And it leads us to sacred wisdom. Now, it does sound interesting to say, this is wealth that lasts for generations. So it does sound interesting to say that it's not going to be as clear as we would want it to be, or that it's all intertwined and nothing is going to be separate. And the things that come up that are distinctly separate from our own passions, from our own instincts, from what we desire, those are the things that we're going to have to be mindful of. This is wealth that guides us, and it's wealth that leads us to our wisdom, but it's also wealth that plays off of our wisdom, plays off of the fact that we're not like everybody else, plays off of the fact that we see things differently, plays off of the fact that we're, guided towards more, or we're looking towards, bigger things. And it brings us to this wisdom keeper. It brings us to this place where we start to connect with ourselves, with what we desire, what we want, what we need, who we are. And our hearts are going to be given this gift that we're not really going to be as aware of as we thought we would be. And this is going to be something that plays with us. This is going to be something that can overwhelm us at times. But Spirit is saying here, this added burden, which feels like a burden right now, this added burden brings you forward in a way that you hadn't expected. And it moves us in strength. Now, it moves us with allies that we didn't expect to be allies. Like, people can be on our side during this time that we would look at them and be like, wow, if I was going to pick anybody who would be on my side, it wouldn't be you. So here, there's a sense of game-changing things. It's a sense of connecting emotionally with things. It's also a sense of kindness, really being a powerful thing, a smile, an encouraging word, a sense of it's not about brute force strength. It's not about pushing our way forward. It's about the connection of respect. It's about the connection of humanity. And it leads us to the Lovers. We're going to be stepping into what we love in the public arena, or we're going to be making sacred space for what we love. And as we embrace what we love, as we embrace what we desire, as we embrace what we want and need, and the place that we want to move forward, we start to see ourselves more and more. And we start to say, well, why can't I? Why can't I move forward this way? Why can't I push this barrier? Why can't I embrace this aspect of me? This is the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine coming together. And so we're going to have to be nurturing and, the hunter-gatherer at the same exact time. And this is going to be powerful for us. There's also a sense of make sure it's not a pig wearing lipstick, so that's funny. But make sure that we're not seeing something or think that we're seeing something. And it's really just an illusion. It's really just it's a scam. It's a scheme. It's, somebody's delusion coming forward. Make sure that we're dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Okay, that's going to be really important. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Don't be hasty. We're going to have a tendency to want to be hasty, to want to just conquer and win and succeed and go after, and nothing can hold us back. But the Knight of Swords here is saying move forward with methodical understanding. Move forward with the awareness of what we're fighting for, of what we desire, of what we want, of where we are, of who we are, and where it is that we need to be. The Knight of Swords slays the dragon. It elevates us. It keeps us in the high energy vibration. If the Knight of Swords is negative, it's just action for the sake of action. And it can be really foolish behavior that we look back on and think, wow, I shouldn't have done that. So do be mindful here. Now, our subconscious chakra energy is strength. And it's the strength of the brute force strength. It is the strength of forgetting the human aspect of things. So do be mindful of that people are going to say, oh, well, if you were really strong, you would just be able to fire them all. Or if you were really strong, you would be more backstabbing. And that's going to be something that we have to watch out for. Our subconscious chakra energy is clarity. This is the third eye chakra. We're seeing things more clearly. We're seeing things with more of an understanding. And this is going to be a time for us where it's like, light bulb moments start to come. It's like, oh, well, that's it. Oh, that's what I was working for. Or, oh, that's what I needed. So do be aware of that. Our subconscious rooted energy is the Hierophant. Tradition is important. Doing things the way that things have been done is going to be important. It's not moving without innovation, but it's also understanding the history behind things. We're actually going to find for a lot of us that we can be inspired by the past and move forward with the past in the present. But we also have to look at what are the intrinsic things about us that if we break away from them, we break away from who we are. Our subconscious emotional self is the messenger of air. And the messenger of air is telling us that the winds hold greater secrets for us than we imagine. That there's beauty in the little bit of the cold. It's almost like we have to be uncomfortable to be able to hear it. And I don't know why exactly that is. But there's a sense of a beautiful message needing to come forward for us. But also that transformation, that sense of what I once was, I am not now, but I could be again. Yeah. Our subconscious emotional self, dreams. Dreams start coming forward. We start looking at our dreams not as the thing to hide away, but as the thing to bring forward and the thing to look at and the thing to understand, and a sense of how can I bring this into my present and how do I get to have control over my future? And it's by bringing our dreams forward and not hiding ourselves away. Our subconscious public arena self is the Two of Swords. And here it says difficulties, but there's also a sense of, how do I move forward? Like, how do I embrace where I need to be, what I desire, what I want, what I need, who I am? How do I move forward in grace for me? Also, decisions start to come in, and it's like, well, this road or this road. And I've always thought that there were two paths. There were two paths in this existence, and you could be this or you could be that with slight variations. And now we're going to say, well, why can't I just, like, damn the rules and go forward for me, follow the traditions for me? All right, Libra, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the prosperity that is to come. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio.